Hello and shalom, everyone. Shalom to my brothers and sisters in our Lord Yeshua, the Messiah. Jake Hilton here with the Sword of YeHoVaH Ministries. And please forgive me, I forgot that today, Tuesday, is February 18th. I totally spaced it from last week. I had told you that we were going to actually have a live video stream today, this evening, 6 p.m. Pacific, as we're back in the chronological Gospels. But I totally spaced it. Today, Tuesday, February 18, 2020, is the day that part one of Tim Mahoney's documentary, right alongside the incredibly intelligent Egyptologist David Rohl, part one of his documentary, The Red Sea Miracle, is being shown tonight. It's a Fathom event. If you're not aware of it, I will include after this live stream is completed and it's been posted to YouTube, I'll include a link to the trailer down below. I don't know if there's a theater in your local city that may be showing it tonight, but it is showing tonight, and I just spaced it, and I already got tickets for it, way back when. So that's what's happening tonight as far as I'm concerned, is I'm making a trip down to Coeur d'Alene, Idaho. It's about an hour and a half, hour and 45-minute drive from where I'm at. And I'm going to be seeing part one of the Red Sea Miracle, where I do believe that in full HD video, some extraordinary evidences are going to be presented as far as proving the biblical account of the Red Sea crossing. And that exact location where it happened is the 10-mile stretch of water between the Nuweiba beach on the Sinai Peninsula to the Baal Safan beach on the opposite side in Saudi Arabia. No, the Red Sea crossing did not happen at the Bitter Lakes, and it certainly was not a fairy tale. Not at all. It is fact. It is proven, and the evidence is the objective proofs and evidences we can see for ourselves. These are evidences and proofs that was first discovered roughly, probably about 2 decades ago, maybe even 25 years ago, by Ron Wyatt. And those evidences just keep piling up, keep showing that the biblical exodus from the land of Goshen, the ancient city of Avaris, is true. It absolutely occurred. The Israelites were in Egypt. They were in Egypt for a very long period of time as slaves to the Egyptians. They left Avaris in the land of Goshen. They traveled through what is today called the Sinai Peninsula. They went through the Wadi Watir to the Nuweiba beach, and it was right there on the Nuweiba beach that they were cornered. They had the Red Sea, or what was called anciently the Yam Suf, or Reed Sea, what is today called the Gulf of Aqaba, to one side, and they were pinned against the sea on one side, and they had Pharaoh and Pharaoh's armies on the other in the Wadi Watir coming right at him. But YeHoVaH, our everlasting Father, blessed is his name, he protected his people, the Israelites, and he brought down a pillar of fire right there at the Wadi Watir, right in that narrow canyon, blocking the Egyptians, keeping them from moving forward, while God parted that 10-mile stretch of water from the Nuweiba beach to the Baal Safan beach in Saudi Arabia. And Moses, Joshua, and the children of Israel, they went through the midst of the Red Sea on dry ground. As they left on the other side, that pillar of fire was taken away, and Pharaoh and his armies went into the Red Sea to pursue them. YeHoVaH removed the chariot wheels off their chariots, and he closed the sea on those pagans, on the evil Egyptians. And to this day, evidence can be shown that right there in that 10-mile stretch of water across the bottom of the Gulf of Aqaba are ancient Egyptian chariot wheels and horse bones and coral-encrusted chariot axles. Really extraordinary, absolutely extraordinary. This is part one of a 2-part documentary series that Tim Mahoney has done. Part 2 is going to be a Fathom event that's showing on May 5th of this year. So be sure to get tickets for that coming up on May 5th. But as far as part 1 is concerned, it is happening tonight, February 18, and I'm going to Coeur d'Alene to check this information out, to see it for myself. It's something I'm very, very excited about. I've been excited about it ever since I saw the first documentary that Tim Mahoney did years ago, just called Patterns of Evidence, where he looked at the Exodus out of Egypt itself, the evidence that the Israelites were in ancient Egypt. Then he did a second documentary last year called The Moses Controversy, which looks at the origin of the Hebrew language, also a very fascinating documentary. But the one that I've really been looking forward to is the Red Sea Miracle. So part 1 is tonight, February 18. Part 2 is May 5th, only showing in theaters these 2 nights. And even though it's February 18 right now, it is entirely possible that you can still hop on Fathom Events and you can find tickets to part 1 tonight in your local area, and I hope you can. But that is what I'm going to be doing. That's what I'm doing tonight. So no live video stream tonight from the Chronological Gospels, but we'll pick up in the Chronological Gospels tomorrow. If you're interested in seeing a trailer for the Red Sea Miracle, again, link in the video description once this video has been posted to YouTube. And if, for whatever reason, you yourself can't go to this Fathom event tonight, February 18, then at the very least, I would say, please look at the evidences that have been thus far presented. There's a presentation that I uploaded to this channel a long time ago, a presentation by the Egyptologist David Rohl. And you can find that video in the playlist, A Rood Awakening, R-O-O-D, Awakening. And it's the first video in that playlist. It's all about the Exodus, and I believe the title is The Biblical Exodus, Fact or Fairy Tale or Fact or Historical Fact. I think that's the title. So, The Biblical Exodus, Fairy Tale or Historical Fact. If for any reason you haven't seen that presentation yet, definitely give that a watch because it's really quite extraordinary information. So, that's tonight, my friends. Thank you so much for watching, and thank you for your understanding. I'm sorry, I just totally spaced it. I forgot that tonight is the night of the Fathom event. So, we'll see you tomorrow, 6 p.m. Pacific, as we continue in the Chronological Gospels. Until then, I love you all. Shalom to you, and may YeHoVaH, our Father, and our Lord Yeshua, the Messiah, be with you. Take care.